everyone to another episode of the Anatsu Podcast. And in this week's episode is for The Last of Us, and it'll be for episode number 3. And getting into this one right away, where we see Joel and Ellie continuing their journey together. We are able to see them basically dealing with the loss of Tess and everything, and trying to process that, and actually work more on their relationship with one another. We get to see more about how things happen, especially when everything started with everyone being infected and stuff like that. And to be able to see that cool scene with the plane being down, and when the planes went down and everything went to hell. And it wasn't just about Joel and Ellie at this point, but we were able to actually see Bill and Frank. And even though Frank was more mentioned in the game, he wasn't really shown. So we were able to see more of Bill and Frank's relationship, but be able to grow and everything, and how they became partners, which is really cool to be able to see that, and how they managed to survive for a long time together. And eventually, both of them ending up passing away. But before then, we were able to see more of Bill dealing with Joel and Tess, being able to work things out, even though Bill didn't really care for too much, but they saw almost in the way of each other with a mutual respect, to be able to have Bill making sure Joel takes care of Tess and everything. After a while, with Tess passing away, Joel feeling more upset, and especially losing his daughter, so having a lot to deal with there. And seeing how Bill was able to protect his home a lot, which was really interesting, and having things being set up with the gates and everything, and dealing with traps and such things like that, to be able to survive as a doomsday prepper on that. So that was really interesting. Also, with Bill over time and being able to have the respect there for Joel, they were able to show Joel and Ellie making it to the house and everything, even well after Bill and Frank had passed away, and being able to get the things that they need, especially like with weapons and other stuff, to be able to survive together on that, and have more of that bond going for them as well. So, not really getting far full and dive into everything else that did happen, but this is more basically more for Bill and Frank and everything, and how they got together, how they met, and everything. And at the time, Bill wasn't too sure about Frank, and making sure that he was a bitten or anything, and they eventually were able to work things out and actually get together that way, and be able to last a long time, which is really nice. And to be able to see that relationship get together, and how things transpired, and how they managed to survive, and really almost being well, dealing with the attack and everything, and struggling to survive that way, but they managed to pull on through, which is really nice. And I like towards the ending too, they were able to show the iconic window when you see the menu screen for the game. There's a window, and then they have the music playing. You get ready to press start on the menu screen. So that was really cool to see that at the end, and being able to have that come about towards the end of the episode. So we're definitely going on through The Last of Us actually being renewed for season 2, which is really cool. So definitely going to be talking about part 2 of the game. So I can't wait to see what happens next for that, especially seeing one of my favorite scenes with Ellie and Dina. I can't wait to see how their relationship being uh, basically be brought to life on that. So that's going to be really exciting on that. So just touching briefly on what happened with episode 3. So a little bit of Ellie and Joe, but more so Bill and Frank, and it was really cool to see more of Frank, and how Bill and Frank got together. So that was really nice, since that wasn't really shown too much in the game, because in the game he was already passed on and everything. So they mentioned they did have a partnership, which is really nice to see again how that came together. So that is it for episode 3. Looking on forward to episode 4. Definitely leave your thoughts what you feel about episode 3 so far, and about the renewal for season 2, which I cannot wait for, and looking forward to that. So that about does it for this week's episode of the In the Hot Seat podcast for The Last of Us episode 3 review.